Today, we've come a long way from Bitcoin's inception and a long way from Satoshi's dream as well. Satoshi's goal was for Bitcoin to replace fiat currencies, to be the first cryptocurrency. In my opinion, that experiment has failed. Bitcoin is not a digital currency. I don't believe it ever will be. This is an important thing to understand because there's been a lot of conversation about how governments feel about Bitcoin. Are they threatened by it? Worried that people will use Bitcoin instead of their own fiat currency? I don't believe it's a risk. And there's a simple reason that I say that it's not a risk. It's the fact that the most important feature for any currency is price stability. And Bitcoin has proved to be anything but stable. The first Bitcoin transaction occurred on January 12, 2009. Hal Finney, a programmer, downloaded the Bitcoin software the day it was released, and he received 10 Bitcoins from Satoshi. At the time, those Bitcoins had no value. Later that year, another user in an online Bitcoin forum sent 5,000 Bitcoins to another user with the moniker New Liberty Standard. Those funds were used to seed the first Bitcoin exchange. It allowed users to buy and sell Bitcoin between themselves instead of having to mine it. It was called the New Liberty Standard, and the value of the Bitcoin was set at 1,309 Bitcoins to $1. In other words, Bitcoin was set at 0.0007639 cents, a tiny fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. That's a pretty tiny amount of money. Well, that was then. Fast forward 1 year, May 22nd, 2010. This is a very famous day in Bitcoin history. It's affectionately known as Bitcoin Pizza Day. This was the first use of Bitcoin in a commercial transaction. An early Bitcoin programmer, really as part of an experiment that they posted on a thread on the Bitcoin forum, said he wanted to buy a pizza and he would pay for it in Bitcoin if somebody would bring it to him. Another forum user took him up on the offer and delivered 2 large Papa John's pizzas, and he was paid 10,000 Bitcoins for the transaction. Think about that for a minute. Take today's price of Bitcoin, multiply it by 10,000. What do you get? You get a really expensive pizza. So yeah, Bitcoin Pizza Day, May 22nd, 2010. It is celebrated as an anniversary in the Bitcoin community every year. By 2012, fast forward 2 more years, more than 1,000 merchants online were now accepting Bitcoin as payment. But why would a merchant be willing to do that if the price is fluctuating so crazy? Because they could trade right out of it almost immediately, which reduces the risk of price fluctuation. But if I wanted to take the Bitcoin and throw it into a bank account equivalent, something like a digital wallet instead of the wallet in your pocket or purse, what if you wanted to hold on to your Bitcoin? What's the future value going to be? Well, we don't know because of the price fluctuation. And in my view, this is why Bitcoin is not a currency. Instead, Bitcoin is an asset. Yeah, what they used to call cryptocurrency is now digital asset. But it's still a good idea to create a digital currency as opposed to a fiat currency. And that's one reason why other coins have been invented, to do what Bitcoin failed to do, to provide a stable price. And so you guessed it, these new coins are called stable coins. These are coins that are pegged to the US dollar, or the euro, or the yen, or some other government currency. We've got digital currencies now, stable coins, and we have digital assets, like Bitcoin. It's important that we get that nomenclature correct. Don't refer to Bitcoin as digital currency or cryptocurrency because it isn't. It's a digital asset. Assets have value. There's a price on those assets, just like stocks and bonds and real estate. There's a value, just like artwork and rare coins and stamps and baseball cards. Assets have value, and those values fluctuate. Nobody would ever pretend to use a baseball card as a means of currency, but nobody argues that those baseball cards don't have value. It's the same with Bitcoin. It's an asset. Doesn't mean it's a currency.